6:15. This meeting still has not begun.
Do me a favor and see if I'm fired up live right now.
There we go.
Facebook. Yeah, I'm good. Just starting. Go ahead. He's talking about taking votes. No, he's just shouting.
And we can do that too. Whatever you folks decide we're going to do. So just kind of think it over in your head what you think's the best way to travel. Or we'll just go from there. So, but I need a clear team from the DCs to the S's. So if you're not an executive committee man, I need you guys to go separately. If you are EC, I need you up here to make it as easy as possible for us to not. So far, so good. Everybody in this section are executive committee men and or proxies, correct?
They haven't done roll call.
There isn't anywhere near 54 people in those first couple rows.
No.
Not even close. 30-something maybe.
$46 if you're counting this section right here.
I wasn't counting that.
No, I wasn't either. Well, I did, and it still wasn't. I was counting all these people right up here, too.
All right, I really do want to get the meeting started, guys. But what we're trying to do is follow the rules to the letter. And the reason
They're trying to follow the rules.
is because in our bylaws,
Meeting adjourned.
I find this shocking. Some of them contradict each other. I know, you're like, I don't know how that could possibly be. If anyone's ever read our bylaws, how many people read our bylaws? That's encouraging.
Maybe you should have.
Here, this is your first time being involved in the Republican Party. You just moved here from another state, or you just gotten involved for this is your very first this is the very first time you've ever been an EC in this county. Raise your hand if this is your first rodeo. That looks like 50. So I think we're almost being four. But the thing is, we're going to try and conduct ourselves following the rules to the best of our ability. A lot of our previous meetings, I hate to say this, that did not occur. There have been things where we would make a point of order, or there would be things where we wanted to have people recognized, and we've actually, I came close to get thrown out of two meetings because I made a point of order, or I made a, raise my hand to be acknowledged, and was told that's one strike, that's two strikes. That's not what we do, folks. We're gonna act like adults here tonight. Y'all got that? I know this is crazy. We got young people in this room that are looking at us and going, this cannot possibly be what I want to get involved in. So everyone in this room, UECs, I'm going to recognize every one of you. If you have a question, raise your hand, I will get to you. I'm not going to ignore anyone, but I am telling you here right now, we're not going to go nuts in here. We're not going to have anything like some of the freak shows we've been dealing with in the past. I don't want to be part of that. I don't want to invite anybody to come to any of our meetings to witness that stuff. We need to make that end tonight. Everybody with me? This stops tonight. That's what we're going to take care of business and get things done.
It's like a cold.
Larry is hopefully going to get an answer for us. I have one other quick question for you to look for. We have an issue where an executive committee man and a president have no longer resided in their precinct. However, we have a secretary here from that precinct. It's an organized precinct, if I'm not mistaken. Correct, Judy? It's an organized precinct, correct?
I'm sorry?
The precinct where the secretary is here was an organized precinct, but two of the officers.
He's not here.
Sorry?
He is not here.
Who is not here?
The secretary.
Oh, I thought you said they were here.
No, I did not.
Okay, so basically, I guess
You misunderstood the whole question.
there is, that person's not here, and there are the president and the executive committee man for that precinct are no longer in that precinct. So this should affect our quorum in regards to what our total should be. Does everybody understand that?
Yes.
Okay, so technically, once again, we're trying to follow the rules, and it's, we're gonna do this to the best of our abilities, because we do not want to do anything as important as elect our new officials with any other baggage hanging over our heads. Right, makes sense? Yeah. All right, cool. So I think we're almost ready to get the meeting started. We got a couple of late people getting here. I'm not saying they're late, they're still alive, but, they were apart, so we're gonna get
Yeah,
things
it's
going.
fine.
Who was supposed to bring the beach balls to kick around in here while we were waiting? I think that was Martin Colker's job, and he fell down on that. Martin, you gotta bring twice as many at the next meeting. Are we getting close? What time it is? 6:22. We can have.
Yeah, they should. I think it should. No, I don't, but next time. Excuse me. Are you still?
No.
No, great.
Yes.
I'm can't.
Oh, you're good.
You know what, I'm supposed to.
Yes, that's it.
Catch you outside right before. I don't know. Are you gonna record this whole thing?
Yes, I do. But I can get that on the live stream. Absolutely. You want me to follow you out real quick?
Yep.
Let's do it. Give me 1 second. Instead of me saying excuse me to a million people, if I got long legs, might as well use them. Excuse me. Thank you, sir.
Y'all leave?
No, where'd Mike go?
No, we're just talking.
Where'd Mike go?
I
Oh, he's back up as. How did he loop around already?
He's quick.
Well, how long is this gonna last?
How long do you think it is?
There's no clue.
Manager, I asked her to be our temporary secretary. When our elected officials are seated, what they will do is they will then make recommendations who they feel would be a good secretary and who they feel would be a good treasurer. Once that's done, we approve of those positions.
Comes right by
All right?
again.
That's generally how it works. So it's not an elected position per se, it's an
Thought we were gonna do it
appointed
now,
position.
and then he went right back up on stage.
Tonight, just to get through this. Everybody cool with you doing this? I mean, we want to get out of here, right? I mean, let's get some officers and let's get things going. So what we could do right now is we're gonna read the roll call and get a correct, Susie, I need you, if you're an EC, if you are an EC, I need you in these front rows right now. So just time to do a little bit of movement. Get up here in the front rows. Now tonight we're gonna do things a little bit different. When your name is announced, I want you to stand up. This is only gonna take a couple extra minutes. One of the problems I think that we have had, I don't know everybody. You folks don't know everybody. So what we wanna do when we're doing roll call is go ahead and stand up and say, hey, Daisy, my comment, that's me. Oh, I need to sign there too.
Do you have it? Go ahead and mark it. He just signed, so he's not gonna hold himself.
All right, so, oh, these guys, I know a guy. I need to get in here and help these folks straighten this out. Okay, listen, so I'm gonna desperately adhere to this pledge, this agenda. So, are you all feeling welcome? Are you called to order? You're gonna be orderly, right? We're not gonna have to get those. I knew that was gonna happen.
Point of order. We should have the Pledge of Allegiance.
Could you let me do this?
Thank you, Dreamer. Jesus.
All right, let's try it again. Okay, so we're technically welcomed, we're technically called to order, and now I need someone that will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. How about that guy with the camera right there? What's your name, young man?
Grant Adams.
Hey, Grant, can you stand up and lead us in the pledge?
I have no problem with
All
that.
right, thank you, Grant.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Man, there should be a round of applause for that. Every time I hear that, that's awesome. All right, so now everyone stay standing up. Come on, this is going to be like going to a, if you've ever been to a black church, there's a lot of this, there's a lot of that. I mean, you will be wore out at the end of that service, and so hopefully we're all going to need
that
a
sounded
nap after
racist.
this. So we need an invocation right now. And so I need someone to do the invocation, and I got a gentleman right here that looks like he's either going to come up here and beat me like a baby seal, or he's going to do the invocation.
Let's pray together. Father, we thank you for the opportunity to gather together. We thank you for the freedom in this country. Most of all, we thank you for the freedom we find in you alone. So just watch over our gathering tonight, at our hearts, our thoughts, our tones, our voices, and our words we speak, God. And just bless this meeting and this gathering. It's in your name we pray, amen.
That's another round of applause. Don't sit down yet. You guys have all been to church, right? At least once for a funeral or a wedding. I would like everybody in this room to look around you and introduce yourself, fist bump, say hello to the people that are around you. We cannot grow this party if we don't get to say hello and get to know each
Everybody knows who I am. I'm
other.
gonna shake hands.
What did we say? We said this stops tonight. We got to get to know each other.
Are we sitting though?
Nothing to it. Look at that. Not even one switchblade pulled. Okay, so here we go. Introduction of temporary secretary, parliamentarian, and sergeant at arms. So I've already not induced. He might be wanting to be induced, but introduced Larry Richardson will be our parliamentarian. He is a state certified, well, he's certifiable. Let's just leave it at that. Then we have Ms. June Avenger, who's going to be our temporary secretary. And then for sergeant at arms, we will have Lonnie Bryant. And that's it. We shouldn't need a sergeant at arms, but I just had somebody that said we need a sergeant at arms, and I said, okay, Lonnie Bryant. Okay, now we're going to do the roll call. Now you can sit your butts down.
Thank God.
Unless you want to stand up, I'm good.
No.
Bill Wiggins looking at me like, brother, if I get up and down one more time. You got that one?
Should have brought my butt stand.
All right, Bill Wiggins wants to do the Republican Creed. That's usually his mom's gig.
Certified. Read the comments.
Bill Wiggins, I'm proud to be here.
Speak up.
I do not choose to be a common man. It is my right to be uncommon. If I can seek opportunity, not security, I want to take a calculated risk to dream and build, to fail and succeed. I refuse to barter incentive for dull. I prefer the challenges of life to guarantee security, the thrill of fulfillment, to the stale calm of utopia. I will not trade freedom for benefits, nor my dignity for a handout. I will never cower before any master, save my God. It is my heritage to stand erect, proud, and unafraid, to think and act for myself, enjoy the benefit of my creations, to face the whole wide world boldly and say, I am free American.
Amen. Amen. All right, we got to the part in our agenda where it says introduction of elected officials. I see Mr. Ed sitting here. I know he's an elected official. Hey there, anybody in here that's another elected official? I thought I talked to you executive committee members earlier today. You know you're all elected officials, right? You all know that you're here representing your precinct. You were elected by the people in your precinct to do what you thought was best for their precinct. You're not here because this is a beauty contest or a personality. Okay? That's not why we're here. So all UECs, you're elected officials. Would you stand up and be recognized, please? Guests, make some noise for our UECs. These are the folks that drive the bus for this party. It's not the chairman, it's not the vice chairman. Thank you all so much for being part of this adventure this evening. One of the things we all have got to understand is that the chairman is a figurehead. The executive committee is what makes the decisions and drives this party. It's not the other way around. The reason we have quarterly meetings of the executive committee is to allow our standing committees the opportunity to go out, do the public relations, do the fundraising, do what needs to be done in their committee to bring that back to us on a quarterly basis so we can make the sound decisions of conducting the business of this party. Does any of that make sense to you folks? When you have a meeting every month of the executive committee, you do not get any work done. What we have right now are 5 standing committees, and I believe maybe 3 are represented, maybe. I know that Judy Hennion is running the bylaws. I know that Val is running Ways and Means. I know somebody is supposed to be running planning and operations, but the other 2 committees are not even there are no meetings. So in effect, our party is not operating the way it was designed. The men that did this before all of us got involved, they were pretty sharp guys. They figured out with our bylaws how to get things done and to be the most effective party that we could possibly be in this county. So just understand, the reason we do those quarterly meetings is to get the business of this party conducted. So there we go. So now I'm going to shut up, and we're going to do the roll call, if it's okay with you folks.
Finally.
Adrian.
Adrian, we need somebody from Adrian. Chelsea. I want you to stand up. I want everyone to see Miss Chelsea. All right. We got her. Next. Charlie Nash. I didn't see him. Mr. John, thank you, sir. She's not here.
That was quick.
Brookville 1, Tracy Diaz. Brookville 2, unorganized. Brownway, unorganized. Burgess 1, Mike Carl is here.
All right.
Burgess 2, Diana Orlowski.
All right.
Burgess 3.
Mike, over yonder.
Burgess is Ron Duncan.
That's Burgess 4.
Burgess 4, yeah. Carolina Bay, Don Bam. Carolina 1, Charles Adcock. Okay. Carolina Force 2, Martin Coulter.
There he is in the flesh.
Unorganized, Cherry Grove 1, James Edwards. Cherry Grove 2, Jerry McDaniel. Proxy is Tom.
All right, Tom, stand up. Let everyone see your smiling puss. There he is.
Where's this?
Coastal Carolina, Trisha Maley. Yeah.
All right, Miss Trish.
Yeah.
You
counted this one.
Coastal Lane 2 is Janet Zealand, Bowers. Cool Springs, Kimberly Graham, Crescent Beach, Robert Edge.
All right. I'm here.
Deerfield, Chris Boyette has proxy her husband, Peter.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Dogwood, Ralph Johnson. Dogwood, Todd Leggins. Dunes 1, John Bree.
There he is. All right, John.
I guess Nancy Raspberry, not here. Dunes 3, unorganized. East Conway, Kiki Ralston. East Loris, Carol Paget.
Right, Carol.
Emerald Forest 1, Herman Wood, not here. Emerald Forest 2, Nick Katsanis, not here. Emerald 3, Horse Creek, John Casey. Enterprise, Lois Moody. Forest Brook.
There's Miss Lois.
Proxy. Lisa,
Yeah.
Kenneth Kendall. Galvin's Ferry, unorganized. Garden City 1, unorganized. Garden City 2, Grease Boyd.
All right.
Garden City 2, Joy 3, Joyce Moll. Not here. Garden City 4, unorganized. Liz Bay, Tricia Messenger.
All right, Miss Patricia.
Chris Harmon, Hickory Grove, unorganized. Creek Hill, unorganized. Homewood, Tommy Strasper. Horry, unorganized. Inland, Barbara Tucker.
All right, Miss Barbara. Thank you for coming tonight.
Unorganized. Jamestown, Joey Thomas, not here. Jerrigan's Crossroads, unorganized. Jetport 1, Ed Carey is here.
Not authorized. Point of order, he is not authorized.
I believe he's the president for that
He
precinct.
is the president, but he's not authorized to be there. The EC is not here and did not give authorization.
By line of succession, the president fills the slot of an executive committee.
By
member.
permission of the proxy.
By
That's how it
permission.
works, bro.
By permission.
All right, Ed, thank you.
Jetport 2, Jerry Jones not here.
Susan Hudson.
Is his proxy.
All right.
Jordanville, unorganized. Joyner Swamp,
Put all these proxies in. That we can.
Lake Park 1, Wallace, not here. Lake Park 2, Jeremy
All right, sir, thank you for coming tonight.
Little River 1, Raymond Campini.
There he is.
Little River 3, Scott Raffensperger.
He's here, right?
Unorganized. Maple Stella Wood Cassini.
All right.
Marlowe 1, Lawrence Bellinger.
All right, sir.
Marlowe 2, Stephen Balez.
All right.
Marlowe 3, Val Summers.
All right, Val.
Bill Swamp, unorganized. Mount Olive, unorganized. Mount Vernon, unorganized. Myrtle Trace, Dwayne Oliver, not here. Myrtle Wood 1, unorganized. Myrtle Wood 2, Kathy Ambrose Eckert, not here. Myrtle Wood 3, Deborah Armstrong, not here. Dixie's Crossroads, Richard Rostrom, Kenneth Ziegler.
All right, sir.
Dixie's Crossroads 3, Alan Davis is not here. North Conway 1 is unorganized. North Conway 2, Bill Regan. Ocean Drive 1, James Hammond. Ocean Drive 2, Angela Keith. Ocean Forest 3 is Marshall Lance. Ocean Forest 3, Ian Dunham. Palmetto Bay is Victor, Larry Richardson is present. He is his proxy. Holly Swamp, unorganized. Pleasant View, unorganized. Poplar Hill, Frank Barnhill. Here. Race Path 2, Jeanette Spurlock, not here. Red Glove 2, Margaret Bushy, not here. Radio 1, Pamela Field, not here. Radio 2, Beverly Gasnor. River Oaks, Linda McHugh. Salem, Aubrey Flanagan is here. CX 1, unorganized. CX 2, unorganized. C1's unorganized. Shell, Christine Young. South C1, John Monsignor.
Yeah.
South C2, McParino. South C3, Eden Morris. South C4, Jack Hayden. Spring Grant, unorganized. Surfside 1, John Gilchrist. Surfside 2, Judy Henyon.
Do you want your phone?
3.
Do you want your phone?
Unorganized. Surfside
I did.
4, Linda Knight. Sweet Home, unorganized.
Oh, I know.
Taylorville, unorganized. Tilly Swamp.
I'm aware of the bylaws. Thank you very much.
Sawville, Canterbury, Wampy.
Someone just tried to show me the bylaws.
West Conway unorganized, West Flores unorganized. White Oak, Renee Spitzer. Wild Wind, John Griffith. Windy Hill 1, Harvey Bushkoff. Windy Hill 2, James Herman.
And that's it. So now what we need to get, drum roll. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that guy. Is there anyone else that is here that we missed? Well, this is where it would be nice if the county party would have given me that information.
They're saying Nick
because I
Casanos
have no
and
way of
Eckert
knowing
resigned.
that. So, I don't know. I heard someone else say earlier there was another person that resigned from their precinct, which would knock our quorum down by at least 3 precincts. So, if you folks know this on good, I don't know, in regards to possible resignations, just because of the way the situation's been conducted, how would we proceed forward with that? So, okay, and so that, unfortunately, we don't have that, and as I said, we're gonna do everything we can to follow the rules, so if those folks have resigned, and I don't have this in front of me, then we're just gonna have to deal with ramifications for quorum on that account. Everybody good with that?
They're saying Nick Casanos resigned from his precinct.
Well, because I don't have it. we have to look at, if we're gonna do this.
They're
right,
saying
we're
Nick
gonna do it right.
Katsanos and
We're gonna do it to the best of our
Eckert
abilities.
resigned from their precincts.
If I don't have documentation, then I can't go there. If I have an email from them to who? The county party?
I counted 43, they're not even close.
Judy's saying Nick
All right,
Katsanos
I don't
emailed
know
him.
whether that would be acceptable, Larry.
No, it wouldn't be acceptable because Judy has no real leadership.
The president moved to Mount Pleasant.
Judy is saying that Nick emailed her
Well,
that he resigned.
I mean, I'm leaning in the direction that if that's the case, then that,
You can't take a vote if you don't have quorum, dumbass.
Judy, do you have that email with you? I want to be able to read this word for word.
Nick
if
is
she
not
has
here.
that, in regards to the resignation. Make sense to y'all? And I'm sorry this is getting drug out. And we'll get this thing going here, but this is kind of the nuts and bolts of this, unfortunately. Well, that's what we're counting. Well, see, it matters because, then the the majority that we need for a quorum, that won't, because we're operating under, I believe it was 80 precincts.
81.
So that puts us down, so you see what I'm saying? So it is important. And unfortunately, we're giving 2 other precincts a pass that just because there's hearsay that they're no longer organized. That's what we're counting, that we've got a total, so we're trying to get a total on the executive committee members that we have right now. That's what we were basing this on. Yeah, we were basing this on 81. However, there was another precinct where we know that one is no longer organized, so this would take us down to 79 if this is in fact something that I can address.
Still not even close.
How many do we have here right now?
I counted
All right,
46.
so she's got 46 right now as far as what we have.
So, yeah, not even close.
AJ got a total of 43. She got a total of 46.
I could have missed 1 or 2, though. Through the haze. All the fake names they were calling.
They were also counting unorganized precincts and adding other people in that weren't even on the list.
They go through this with a fine-tooth
Like
comb.
Scott Kleinfelter's precinct. His president's here, but he didn't give proxy. But they said, whatever.
I think they heard that. Jesus.
Look, Chad said, nope, go home.
I'm gonna make the motion to adjourn.
Can't even make a motion if you don't quorum.
That's true.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They're so desperate.
right, I'm sorry.
What's Val
Okay, so
Blaz
this is
got?
what I wanted to make sure. So Kathy Eckert, she just sent me that she got a text from her that said she did not resign from her precinct.
Thank you.
So, I mean, that's
Okay.
that's good enough for Mike. Is that good enough for y'all?
Because that's verified.
So we're back at 80. All right. We have 47 warm bodies. Now, this is how I'm going to read this in this, and I hate to do this, but I'm going to do it. And once again, I'm sorry that we have to do this way. But in the section in our bylaws that addresses this specific meeting, it says basically, Section 2, election of provisional Horry County Republican County Chairman. And most of you folks, I sent that with my first email so that you would understand it. So this is the line that's basically we're going to deal with here. The County Executive Committee must convene within 30 days to elect a permanent chairman and vice chairman to fill the extant vacancies. This provision may be waived if a regularly scheduled county party convention is to be held within 90 days. This is the important part. A quorum of the County Executive Committee shall be a majority of voting members. Get it? So what that means is if we have 80 precincts and we have 47 people here right now, then we can go ahead and conduct a meeting.
What a life.
So they're just going to do it anyway.
Okay.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Yay, now let's get the party started. I keep setting down my agenda.
That's all assuming that there is
Okay,
a
so this
missing
is
chairman.
what we're going to do. Everybody that is running for office has to be nominated from the floor. So there are people in here that are going to run for office that are not executive committeemen. You do not have to be an executive committeeman to be nominated. Everybody got that? As long as you're nominated, and we'll check you out and we go, hey, I like that person. They're my person. I want them. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start the nominations for the chairman. Everybody got that? Okay, how this is going to work is we'll have someone nominate a chairman. They have 2 minutes to say why they want to nominate them for chairman. No more than 2 minutes. Let's get the hell out of here, kids. And then a second. If they want to go for it, go for it. Once we have all of our candidates, we're going to put their names on this board right here. Then what we're going to do is I need to have June right now in this hermetically sealed scientific packaging that I have. And she is going to count out 47 yellow cards. That's going to be for the first round of the chairman. Everybody good with that? All right. So, as I discussed earlier, what we're going to do is when everybody gets all their names up there on the board and we give those folks the opportunity to come up, introduce themselves to you, we're going to give them 3 minutes to do that. And then I went out at great personal expense and got this high-tech ballot box. So what we're going to do is whatever you folks, if you're comfortable with me going by, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, I will do that. If you think that there's some way somebody can drop an extra, then we'll put it up here and you guys can come all prance around. What do you want to do? Someone tell me. You want me just to walk around with this thing, or do you want this right here?
Yeah, they didn't even count.
It's not going to
They
take
didn't
up.
even
Like I
say
said,
anything
it's just
because
I don't know how much of you.
And say that one.
Exactly. So it's just whatever you folks want to do. I'm easy like a Sunday morning. If you feel like doing that, just say.
They're saying they have 50
50
because of the provisional chairman, so they only need us 50% rather than the 2/3 plus 1.
Is there a second? Second by Guy. So that's the way we're going to do it. All in favor? So that was so easy. Okay, so now let's get the nomination started. So yes, young lady. Okay, all right, now give me a second so I can get our secretary. She's frantically counting. All right,
This would have been so.
so Patricia Millie nominated Reese Boyd, if I'm not mistaken. It was seconded by Don Baum, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so everybody cool with that so far, right? Okay, come on down. Who's our next contestant? Who would love to get up here to be chairman of the Horry County Republican Party? Oh, you're not going to make it this easy, are you? Really? Man, I like this. All right. So, do I need to put his name up here? I didn't know it was going to be interactive.
Can't even hang on a board straight.
Wait a minute, this is a subliminal message.
This meeting is fake.
Oh, here we go.
How's that grab? Is everybody good with that?
Oh, this is what I've been waiting for.
Point of order, board's not straight.
Wait for it.
Board is leaning to the right.
You've been served.
That's how you spell least conservative person on ballot.
He just got served. Heck yeah. He's still holding the serve papers in his hand. He's still holding them while writing Reese Boyd as chairman.
All right, so are you all desperate for us to put these things in here, or are you all like feeling frisky when we're able to do that? Or do you want to do it secret ballot?
It's acclamation.
Okay.
It's acclamation. Yeah. Yeah. There's nobody.
Okay, Susan. Who seconded it? No? Carl. All right, so are we all ready to welcome our new chairman?
Meet the new boss, same as the old boss.
Oh, I've been waiting for this for months. This is the part of the meeting where I go, we have a new chairman. You don't need me anymore. I'm off the hook. So the chairman can take over from here. Y'all good with that?
So no, Reese Boyd's gonna conduct the sham meeting.
Okay, just remember when I gotta pay for this joint. Just remember. All right.
Walk getting the access to
We paid $3,000 for this place.
Somebody got ripped off. Thank y'all. I will just give y'all the 30-second version of what I would have said if there hadn't been a race tonight. I think it would have been fine either way. But I was calling some folks in advance of tonight's meeting, and one of the guys that I talked to on the phone said, Reese, I just don't want to
Conant's
go.
reading his served papers.
We spend all our energy fighting with one another. We've been doing that for a while. And so one of the things I will tell you is there's a lot more that we have to agree about and we have to disagree about. We'll be honest with ourselves and with each other. There is no reason, I told somebody a couple of weeks ago, I said, we could run the Republican Party like the OK Corral. We could lock ourselves up in a fence, lock the gate, and get out the guns and start shooting at each other. And we could continue to do that until every single person inside the corral was dead. What would we have accomplished? Zilch, nothing, not a thing. So all that is wasted energy. So just a quick little experiment. I want to ask you guys a few questions. If you are of the opinion that we should close the southern border, just raise your hands. Anybody not raising hands? If you are of the opinion that the percentage that the federal government spends as a percentage of GDP in this economy should go down, raise your hand. If you're of the opinion that our election should start with a paper ballot, raise your hand. See, my point being, there are so many things that are important. There are so many things that matter to us, that matter to our kids, that matter to our grandkids, that we're all in 100% agreement about. And so it's time to get on with it and quit wasting time with the stupidity and the negativity. I called at least a half a dozen people in anticipation of this meeting who said, I just don't want to participate anymore. And my friends don't want to participate anymore. We're just sick of it. So as long as I'm chairman, we're turning over a new leaf. We're going to listen to everybody. You're going to have a right to be heard. But we're going to act with decorum, civility. We're going to conduct our rules according to Robert's Rules of Order. And if you don't want to play that game, just go find some other place to disrupt. But we're not going to be disrupted here. We're going to get some things done. So I look forward to working with you guys, at least for the moment, as your chairman. We'll see how it works out. We'll looking forward to a new day for Republicans in Horry County. You guys can clap too, it's all right. The next item on the agenda is election of vice chairman. May I get a opening? I don't need a motion. We'll just open. It's on the agenda. We're going to open the floor for nominations for vice chairman. Anybody want to nominate somebody for vice chairman? Yes, Don Bell. Robert Visconti nominated for vice chairman. Second, Ms. Secretary, you got that?
I know Robert from over 5 years. I worked with him on fundraising, and I've been very fortunate to call him a friend. And I believe that from my heart that if Reese and Robert run this organization, you'll find it'll be the right thing. We want to be here every meeting, and we're going to want to do a lot of great things.
Thank you, Don. And who was the second on that? Yes, ma'am. Oh,
Judy Henyon seconded.
Judy Henyon seconded that. All right. Robert Visconti nominated for the office of vice chairman. Anybody else have any nominations for the office of vice chairman? Yes, Steve. John Bree. Okay, thank you, Steve. Do I have a second for the nomination of John Bree? Yes, ma'am. Chelsea Anderson is the second. Any other nominations? Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am. Linda McHugh.
I would like to nominate Ken Coleman.
Ken Coleman.
Yes, he is a very intelligent man, very conservative. Is the founder of American Conservative Voices Group, and he would be such an asset to you and our group.
All right. Linda, is there a second for the nomination? Yep. John Bond Sr. seconding the nomination of Ken Coleman for vice chairman.
And just to help this young lady out, when you folks are making your nominations, would you
Yeah.
please give your name so that she can keep this in our minutes, please? Thank you.
Any other nominations for the office of vice chairman? Yes, ma'am. Yeah. As soon as we get the nominations closed, I'll entertain a motion to close the nomination. But as soon as we close out the nominations, then I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to speak. Tell us why you want to be the vice chairman, and then we'll proceed. Yes. All right. So we're going to close the nominations. Hearing no objections, we'll close the nominations. So in no particular order, alphabetical. John, do you want to come give us a speech? Tell us a few reasons why you would like to be the vice chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, John Bree, candidate for vice chairman.
Making it difficult, hear me in the back. Hi, I'm John Bree. Steve, thank you for the nomination. Pleasure to be considered for the vice chairman position. I am the EC for Dunes 1, which is the section that goes from Grand Dunes, kind of across the bridge down through the Dunes Club area. I've been involved now with the HCGOP really since the reorganization. Before that, I was the president of the Grand Dunes POA, so that kept me really busy for a couple of years. But it also gave me a chance to see to work with some of the county officials, the administration, the county councilmen, city councilmen in Myrtle Beach, as we worked on an important project for the community. I believe I've been retired for a couple of years now. I had a long career with ExxonMobil. Was working for them about 38 years. Had very senior positions, leadership around the globe, running some organizations for them, mainly in Europe and South America and the Mideast. It's a pleasure to be considered. I think we all agree, though, that, as Reese hit it on the head too, but we all agree, and I don't like to be critical of anybody. That's not me. That's not my nature. We got to look forward. But I do believe we need to make some improvements. I think we all agree we need to have a higher level of civility at our meetings. We need to have constructive dialogue in our proceedings. We need to have more participation, not only in the meetings, but also at the standing committees, as it was mentioned before. There's a lot to do. You heard about the number of unorganized precincts. If you think we have 124, and we're talking about 79 or 80, that leaves a lot of people that haven't been touched with our message, that haven't gotten the message out there as to why the GOP is the party they want to be in. There's also something we need to stop too, and stop me if I have too much time, but I think Reese said on it again pretty well. We got to stop though this discussion about what side you're on. I was really disturbed over the last couple of meetings when people asked what side you're on. I picked the side I was on years ago, and it hasn't changed. I've been still voting Republican for all these years. And you got to think about what side are we on? I mean, are we on the side that believes, like President Biden, that all Trump supporters are semi-fascists and a threat to democracy? Hell no. You can say hell no. That's okay. Yeah, hell no. Okay. I mean, are we on the side, that believes it's right to have the DOJ, the FBI, the IRS go after a former president, go after political allies, go after pro-lifers, and terrorize basically those who disagree with the workings of this administration? Hell no. Do we believe that parents shouldn't have any right in the education or the medical treatment of their children? Hell no. I mean, I can go on and on. I think you hit on some of them as well. But what it says is that the commonality between us is so high that we're all on the same side. And we're also under attack. We all know that. This side is under attack, and we need to put our best foot forward. We need to stand united. We need to stand up against, what's coming down the road. And I'll just do whatever I can. I'm committed to whatever I can, and staying on the candidate support committee as well to help out. Thank you very much for your consideration.
Thank you, John. Ladies and gentlemen, John Reed. And next, alphabetically, is Ken Coleman. Ken, where are you? Oh, there you are. We're going to try to move this along, folks. I'm going to try to keep you to 3 minutes, if you can do that for me, Ken. 3, if you can.
Thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to thank Legend Peter John for the nomination and the second. I've been standing on the sidelines for a couple of years, watching and listening and what's been going on in the Republican Party of Horry County. And I'd like to start off tonight with a little statistic that some of us probably don't even realize. In the June 14th primary that we all just finished, the total number of votes that were cast, 83,000. 83,000. Fortunately, Russell Fry got enough votes to take it. However, Tom Rice got about 20,000 votes, of which I think that 10,000 were Democrats. So if you look at the number of people that live in Horry County, 368,000. And we generated maybe 73,000 voters that voted for Republicans. Horry County is, of the 5 large counties in the state, Horry County is the fastest growing of any of the other counties. Last year, 14,000 new residents moved into Horry County. And no one knows whether they're Republican, Democrat, Independent, or whatever they could be. And that's a serious mistake. When you have that many people in a county, and only 83,000 show up to vote, there is something lacking in the message, which John just talked about. Let me give you a slight analogy, what I think I see has happened. If you're on a ship at sea, and you are trying to get to a destination, and you lose your bearings, you're never going to get to the destination. You're going to be lost out there. And this Republican Party in this county has lost its bearings. They have a destination, but they're not too sure where they're starting from. They're lost. And that's a big problem when you're trying to get to a destination. And the Republican Party needs to get back on course rapidly. We have an election in 2 years, a most important one. So if we don't get the ship back on course, we're going to be licking our wounds, and I don't want to do that. We need to get to the destination. I think it is. It's a federation of like-minded people, individuals that work to achieve the goals and the aspirations of what the Horry County Republican Party should stand for. The real threats of socialism, the left's insanity, are right outside that door. And they are bigger than any individual in this room. That's the most important thing we have to consider, is what's happening, not just to us, but to our issue. And it is very dangerous. And we, the county party, have to be the voice to stop this insanity. 1 minute left. Whoa, 1 minute. Give me one. Just 1 minute, I promise you. That's all right. It appears to me that the Republican Party of Horry County has seemingly evolved into a quasi-private club. You're either in it or you're out of it. You're either on the team or you're off the team. What seems to be lacking: tolerance, transparency, inclusivity, patience, openness, and mutual respect. However, what isn't lacking is the uncontrolled desire to press the button on the phone and attack or belittle other Republicans. Remember Ronald Reagan's 11th commandment? That's missing. All right, that it?
Yes.
Thank you, Ken. And folks, last but certainly not least, the R. You're like me, Rob, you got punished alphabetically. Robert Visconti. Robert Visconti, candidate for vice chairman.
Hello, how is everybody today? Wow, kind of loud. Well, I'd like to congratulate Reese for being our new chair. That's big.
He's not.
And the candidates right in front of me, they're all good candidates. And I also like to thank Don Bound for standing up for me and Judy Henning for standing up for me. I really do appreciate it. The reason why I'm running for vice chair is a couple of things. I've been working with a lot of candidates and going out listening to the people. And the candidates, I'm like, why aren't you guys going through Horry County anymore? The GOP. And they're like, you know what? I'm afraid to get attacked. I don't want to be here, go through it. We should have to, they should have to come through there. They should absolutely have to come to Horry County GOP to get elected. And they're avoiding us right now. So I talked to a lot of them, and they said, we can straighten it out, and we got a good start right now. They will be back there at full force. And that's what we need. Because look around all the walls here. How many people are out there supporting these candidates? We're out there door knocking every week. I'm out there, tomorrow morning I'll be waving signs for them. Me and my wife made over 6,000 phone calls. So we work our butts off to get these people elected, and I'd like to see everybody else do that. The other thing I think we need to do is get younger. And you can see the gray hair on my head. I talked to the young Republicans, and they wanted to be here tonight, but they couldn't because they wanted to make sure everything got settled first before they come in here. But they also said to me, hey, you guys get these problems out of here and we become unified, they will be back. And that's what we need. We need young Republicans. Because to tell you the truth, we're all not getting younger, and they have a lot of energy. And I don't know if you ever worked with some of these young Republicans. We have some good young leaders on the way up. So that's the two things. One thing too is, I am so happy with this meeting tonight that we have not had yelling and screaming. Isn't that a relief?
You were one of the ones yelling last week. Oh my God.
This is what we're about. And you know what? I love this Horry County area. And I want to make it relevant again. That is what I want to do. And working with Reese, I know we can do that. Honestly, I'm overwhelmed at how we are here today because I didn't think it'd get this way. Honestly, our first meeting like this, I didn't think it would happen like this. So that's why I'm a little tongue-tied today. But the other thing too, my time? Okay. Well, the other thing is we got to get out and do some fundraising. We got to get back to the community. And you know what? I'm working with a bunch of young, well, I shouldn't say young Republicans, but some Republicans right now. And we are actually throwing something on the 22nd. It's to put roofs over homeless veterans. Now, that's the stuff this group should be doing. We should be raising money and give it back to the community. And that's how we'll bring in people and have this room should be full. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want. I really want to get involved with the fundraising. I mean, I'm so upset that there is homeless veterans. There is 81 of them in the Myrtle Beach area and count. That's just in Myrtle Beach. So, I hope everybody too comes out and supports that event. It's the 22nd of October, and we have the Lieutenant Governor coming, we have Drew McKissick coming, and we have a bunch of veterans. So please come out and help support that because we can build one home. We did our job for the charity. So that's the other thing I like to see too, a lot of fundraising. We need to raise awareness about the Republican Party to everybody out there. Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the time for the balloting has arrived. I'm going to pass out we have three people in contention for Vice Chairman of the Executive Committee. We have Robert Visconti, John Bree, and Ken Coleman. If you'll take one of those and pass it. Yes. No, do not identify yourself on the ballot. I want you to just take one and pass it. One only. Is everybody in the first 4 rows in EC? You need to have a white card to be voting. So please hold up your white card. Yeah.
Isn't it past half these people's bedtime?
Time to change the diapers.
How'd you not get a white? Just one or two.
Just.
If you've got a white card and you haven't got a yellow card, hold up your white card, please.
I did it my way.
Now, white card and not a yellow card, hold it up. I started with this. If you have a yellow card, you don't need to hold it up. Just hold up a white card. You don't have a yellow card. All right, that's what I'm looking for.
You may be right, Peggy.
Also, folks, just so you know, this is majority, okay? There's no plurality. This is majority for these elections. Just make sure everyone's got that.
All right, does everybody who has a white card have a yellow
They have
Right?
specifically
Make your
called me out
selections,
twice during
folks,
this meeting.
and again, we're choosing between Robert Visconti, John Bree, and Ken Coleman. Write legibly. We can't read your ballot, it won't count. We need a couple of volunteers to come and help count the ballots. Kathy, you want to come forward?
Count the 47. We need 3 people.
Apparently.
How many people does it take to count the 47?
Yeah, you and I could do it. We could just throw all the votes out considering they didn't meet quorum.
Exactly.
Didn't even follow their own bylaws, but they say they want to do everything by the rules. It's hilarious. Shouldn't take a 24-year-old to see that.
Apparently it takes 5 people to count the 47. Just want that noted.
Who did not get a white card?
Point of order, the vote of the county committee.
You guys voted? Okay. Did you get a white card?
Can't even follow their own damn rules.
Madam Secretary, we need 2 white cards.
Just end right now. We should give it to another 11 people so they can have full action on one bad. Just do everything's going on anyway.
The county committee?
I don't think it matters.
I guarantee you, if you were out there, they'll put up to a fucking.
Ballots.
And this is why it's so important for you folks to stay in these front rows. That's why we're trying to answer
You're right there, skeleton boy.
Who has not voted? Who has not voted? I'll get you a white card as soon as I can find it. I'll get you a white card as soon as I can find it. I didn't pass out the white cards, just for the record. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. 2. Does anybody still have a ballot? Thank you, Bill.
All right, which 2 people did not get the cards?
It's like the Barnum and Bailey circus up there.
Guys, do y'all care if I open up the nominations in an interest of moving things along, or do y'all want to wait until we get
What does
this
it take to
fully
count the
resolved?
47? How long?
That's true, that's true.
Shouldn't this be done in a closed room too? So just verbally counting on stage? It's not official meeting, anything goes. No kidding. They changed the bylaws to say, nope, we just need majority. We don't need 2/3 because we need this to happen.
Two-thirds.
No, they
said
didn't.
They needed half. They didn't mention
They
it.
just said they needed majority.
You would think they would count to like 1,047.
You would think. Too many monkeys jumping on the bed. The gold jacket just means Khan is the ringleader for this frickin' circus. It's funny.
That's what it looks like, right?
He said 15 education and change. Thank you, Lisa. I have to keep 41 people entertained while they decide how to count to 47. Oh my god.
Holy shit. You need to count.
Oh, thank Jesus.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new vice chairman for the Horry County Republican Party.
Fake.
Y'all want the vote tallies, or you just want us to announce?
Just announce
All right,
it.
vote tallies have been requested.
The suspense is killing me.
Congratulations, Robert Visconti.
The guy that threatened to...
46. That's 46.
47 votes cast. What's that?
That's 46.
Okay, you're right. Math is my struggle.
No shit.
All of your struggles, that's 46 now.
We do not have a majority, so we need a runoff between. There was one blank. There was one blank.
Well, that explains it.
So somebody entered in a blank ballot. So we have 46 votes cast, and 1/2 of those votes are from Robert. I'm sorry, Robert, you are not the new chairman. You missed it by 1. So it's 50. It's 50 plus 1. So we will have a runoff election between.
Oh, now we're talking about
Visconti
majority.
and John Breed.
Okay.
Yes. You will. Robert, you accept?
Oh, I accept. I'm sorry.
Robert accepts. Thank you.
Oh my god. So the guy who threatened Elizabeth at the last meeting is now the fake
Yes,
vice chairman.
my hat is off to you, John. Thank you very much. All right, so another example of how we can work together to get things done, folks. We will now, and congratulations to you all. Thank you. We will now open the floor for nominations for our third office, which is the State Executive Committeeman. Yes, Judy.
I'd like to nominate Pastor Tom Wallace of Grace Church.
Pastor Tom Wallace of Journey Church. Anybody got a
Sham.
Is there a magic eraser around anywhere? I'm going to use my hand.
Do they have to be here? I don't even know.
Yeah, Judy, he's not here tonight?
He sent me a text message to you, what everybody can send to
Might have to vote on that.
I think that's okay.
It's not okay. Completely not
I
okay.
need a second for the nomination. Is there a second for the nomination? Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry. Edie? Yes, ma'am. So the second is from Edie Morris. This is the nomination of Pastor Tom Wallace with the Journey Church, and I believe he's the EC from which precinct? Lake Park. Lake Park 1. Just a second, John. All right, we have one nomination made by Judy Henyon, seconded by Edie Morris for Tom Wallace. And again, this is for the State Executive Committeeman. And in case anybody, I assume everybody knows what the State Executive Committeeman is. But that's the individual who represents the Horry County Party at the State Executive Committee in Columbia. Yes, John Bond Sr.
I nominate Mike Conant. Should be pronounced that.
Mike Condon, and there is a second.
I have worked with Mike Conant for many, many years when he was the chairman and the president of the Lawrence Republican Club. I, at that time, was the president of the South Carolina Club, and we worked hand in hand, and Mike is a dynamic guy. He also went out to help the sugar farmers of America. He got the agricultural secretary here in Horry County to meet those youngsters. Mike is a doer. He just doesn't talk and show him tonight. He puts his heart and soul into whatever he does. And believe me when I tell you this, that will make an excellent representative in Columbia for us. We'll be proud to say we're from Horry County, and they'll respect us again. They'll not shudder away from us because they have Mike Conant representing Horry County. So please consider voting for Mike Conant.
Thank you, John. Very compelling nomination from John Bond Sr. Anybody else? We got and the second on that was from our parliamentarian. So anybody else have any other nominations? Yes, ma'am. Meg Perino.
None of them did anything about that.
There you go. Is there a second for the, Bill Wiggins seconds that nomination. Are there any other nominations for the Office of State Executive Committee? All right, any objections to closing the nominations? All right, we'll close nominations, and we have three candidates, Pastor Tom Wallace, Mike Conant, and Kelly, am I saying that right, LaPietra?
Yes, you did.
All right, very good. Yes. Yes, you can cast your ballot right now. Pass the ballots up. If you've got a white card, folks, just raise it, and we're going to put a ballot in your hand. And we're one short because I've given Lawrence his ballot already. Thank you, Lawrence. Hold your white card up if you want to vote. Yes. What's that? Oh, I'm sorry. We're gonna have some speeches. Very good point. I'm gonna go ahead and pass out the ballots, but before we vote, we're gonna hear some speeches. So, Pastor Tom Wallace apparently has a speech that's been given to Judy Henyon. Judy, can you, stay on the ground floor, or are you going to step up here?
I didn't realize that when we made the nomination that we were supposed to make a campaign speech for our candidate.
And now to move things along, we're going to pass the ballots out. Let's give Judy the courtesy of our attention, okay?
We need one right here because Mike didn't get one of those white cards. You got here, here. Okay. You got him? Yeah. Okay. Give Michael. And Larry, there it is.
Another one here.
I didn't realize when I nominated Pastor Tom Wallace, I was supposed to make a campaign speech to begin with. As you all know, he is a very dedicated minister at Journey Church. He has been an EC in the Republican Party here. He is a counselor and an advisor, and he is very well trained. And what this party needs is someone who can bring the will of God back into this party, who can negotiate, who can navigate through these waters. He was born in North Carolina. He was educated in Charlotte. He has been in the ministry for 41 years. 19 has been here at the beach. He's been married for 38 years. He has 2 kids. And he is the founder of Journey Church and the CEO of Green Feet International and of Grace Fellowship International. His current city is, he's director of Christians United for Israel. He's the author, and he's an author, and he operates is in the International Conference of Speakers. He served on George Bush's President's Advisory Board for South Carolina, and he's the founder of the Concerned Citizens of the Grand Strand. If you know him, you know he's served you, and he will also serve you well as the state EC.
Cover that for me for a minute, if you would.
All right, well, we'll go with Mike Connie. We'll just go right down. Cool. Tell it.
Hi everybody, my name is Kelly LaPietra, and of course I am running for state EC. Just to give you a little background of myself, I am a retired nurse. I am also a medical professional in the pharmacy field. I am also going through the police academy right now to become a police officer. Just change my careers. I'm also a domestic violence victim and a domestic violence survivor at the hands of my husband, and I escaped New York and came down here where I am very far away from the domestic violence and my husband's threats. When I was in New York, I was a leader for the Republican Party in New York for 10 years. I helped raise over $100,000 for the 10 years that I was a state person, and I think we need more fundraising. I'm also down here because it's absurd that we have an open primary. I want a closed primary. Yeah. I don't want any Democrats voting in Republican primaries because they can easily elect or put someone forward for the primary of someone we don't want or someone we don't endorse.
Like Russell Fry.
I was just thinking that.
I definitely want to bring unity. We have, for the past couple of weeks that I've been coming to these meetings in different areas, we have no unity. I want to help bring unity and prosperity to the Republican Party. Also, to give you a background, I'm also a member of the Stormwater Management Committee here in Horry County. And my job is to find out where the flood problem areas are in Horry County, and it's my job as a committee person to help alleviate that flooding within that area.
None.
Again, I am also a America First candidate here. I support President Trump. I've gone to all his rallies that have been down here. I support my president. To me, President Trump is still my president, and he will always be my president. I definitely feel that we need closed borders because right now, the administration we have in Washington right now, they're not closing our borders. They are letting all these illegal immigrants bring in drugs to harm our children. And I have 3 children myself. I have a 27-year-old daughter who's working on her master's degree in business. I have my son who is going to be a physician's assistant, and he is in his 4th year of that school. Plus, I have a 3rd child who's only 17 years old, getting ready to graduate high school in June, and she's going to be going to the school to be an anesthesiologist. So I take pride in education in our students. I definitely believe that we need to protect our First Amendment rights because our First Amendment rights and our Second Amendment rights are being taken away from us slowly. So I'm here to protect that. And I'm here to work with our committee people. I'm here to work with our state elected officials and our state GOP elected officials there. We need to have unity, and I just think that if we are all together and we're all team players, this party can succeed and we can have a big coffer to help out our candidates or our party. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. Kelly LaPietra, candidate for state DC, and last but not least, we have Mike Cunningham.
I know you folks don't know me. I don't stand out. I'm kind of a wallflower and a very shy guy.
And you just got served.
What we need right now as an executive committee man is leadership, experience, and the ability to work with all of you folks, our standing committees, to grow this party and to work with the elected officials in Columbia and from all the other counties in this state. I have personally worked with some amazing people to get 2 conventions done here. There's some experience. I worked on a 3rd convention on the credentials committee. I've been working with the state party for over 10 years. When I pick up the phone and I have questions, generally they will answer me so that I can get that information out to you folks. The only way this meeting occurred tonight was with the help of Judy Henyon and some other folks that got your names together because the county party didn't give me any of that information. One of the reasons some of the numbers aren't here tonight is because we had no way of contacting them. This has got to change. As I said earlier, this stops tonight. We're going to start working together, and I would love to be your leader that goes to Columbia to bring our message to Columbia and the message back to you. It would be nice to have an executive committeeman's report. Oh, how about a treasurer's report? Wouldn't that be nice to have that too? Thank you, folks.
Every meeting.
Isn't that why you got served?
That means it is time for balloting for state executive committeeman. Does everybody who got a white card have a ballot? They're a pink ballot. Everybody good? All right. So please make your selections right legibly. We can't read your ballot. We can't count it. And we'll be passing the hat. We're going to pass the hat.
Here we go again.
Hat is a metaphorical term.
Stellar counters are back on there.
Everybody got a ballot over here? All our ballots collected?
I've got a stopwatch to see how long it takes if we get to 47 this time.
Turn in? All right, I think we're good. What's that? Oh, yeah, yeah.
Coming up on a minute and a half to count to 47. I'd love to see Connett win this. He just got served with paperwork and now they're gonna make him the state EC. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen. We're at 2.5 minutes to count to 47. We really need to fix South Carolina public education, apparently. Oh my god.
It's amazing how they keep getting number 46. Like, they must love the number 46 for some reason.
No, it is not. It is not 2/3 of 80.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, wait, we got it.
We have a new state
3
executive
minutes.
commitment for the Horry County Republican Party, and if everybody's okay with it.
3 minutes and 30
46
seconds.
votes cast, and I'm just gonna write one number on the board. If that's
And
all
Mike
right.
Connick got it. That's hilarious.
Mike Connick is the new state executive commitment. Congratulations. I don't know whether it's my condolences or my congratulations.
Look at that, you rhinos.
Pretty sure we have copyright on that logo too.
How much money do we make? So we have announced the election results. You have your 3 officers. I just want to say in concluding, and I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. I want to thank y'all. Each one of you can be proud. We've gotten something done tonight. We've conducted 3 elections, and I've been no fighting, and I've heard not a single curse word or insult. So I'm proud of y'all. Well, maybe except for what Mike said.
Yep,
Yes,
that's the
John Monsignor.
bylaw.
Don't we have to elect a treasurer?
Not- Yeah.
No, I mean.
Yeah, Mike.
We don't have to do that tonight, John, and I'm sure these good people are probably ready to go home. Yes, Larry.
Ready to go home too, but treasurer is important.
Oh, Mike Condon doesn't care about treasures.
John,
Neither does Dreama.
the leadership team hasn't met. We just
I told you
until about
$50 for
5
this,
minutes
but they
ago,
could
I
have spent
didn't know
50.
if the chair did. So,
It was exactly the same answer
we'll
for
meet
me.
and we'll make a determination on who those appointments will be, and we'll figure that out. In due course.
You gotta trust their judgment.
All right, thank you, John. Yes.
No, you cannot.
Hold it, wait, the kid in red, whoa. I wanted everyone to look back here. This is the future of our country, right there, ladies and gentlemen. And he's been here through this meeting, and we can be proud that we conducted our meeting with this young man in attendance. Thank you, sir. Thank you so
I don't care
much.
about this young man.
And with that,
Grant's barely
yes,
older.
there we go.
Yeah. Apparently, once you hit voting age, they don't care about you. I just want to use the children as proxies. They pointed out a 10-year-old.
Yes.
I heard somewhere along the way that committees that were not even chaired and different things. I would say that
Oh my God.
looking at these candidates that y'all have nominated to play a role in this party.
Yeah, they don't care about me.
Yes.
Maybe it's because I'm wearing an I'm Fired Up t-shirt.
They've all done stuff.
I want everybody who's in the room to step up and be active. Don't just come tonight and vote. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Mike Condit for serving as, where'd you go, Mike? Oh, I want to thank Mike Condit for serving as our provisional chairman. I want to recognize Tracy Edge. I look forward to a day in the near future, y'all, when I hope these meetings will be spirited and we'll debate things, but there'll be elected officials in the room. It'll be a useful opportunity for y'all to meet folks, to network. And so good things are ahead. I look forward to serving you as your chairman. And at this moment, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. We have a motion to adjourn. Anybody opposed? Thank y'all very much. Have a good evening.
So what we just saw there, folks, was a sham of a meeting. They continued to vote without
Pass
2/3.
the white cards to the end, if you would, please.
That was great. They singled me out twice because I'm wearing an I'm Fired Up shirt, and they know I am.
Well, I'm surprised I didn't get the same treatment. I'm wearing an
Yeah.
American flag shirt.
Oh yeah. But yeah, you just witnessed a hour and a half of their sham meeting. What they called it. We got Goldfinger up there thinking he knows the bylaws when he obviously doesn't, and changes them when it doesn't fit if it doesn't work out for him. So that's where we're at. Let these people think they have their own group. We'll see you at the real HCGOP meeting in November. And
Be there
remember,
with bells on, baby.
as a great mentor of mine has always said, show up, stand up, speak up. It's your republic, fight for it. Let's go talk to some people. I feel like that's fun. Yes, sir. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think you know why I came,
Somebody's water.
you know.
Yours, baby.
Making any sense. Good night. I'm just happy to see you.
Yeah, well, I'm here,
Yeah, good.
But,
Hope to see you again.
yeah, I'll be at the real meeting on November, so there's that. But I think it's,
That's a higher level than me. So.
yeah, but they were supposed to have 2/3 of quorum.
Blatantly ignored that rule.
And then they just changed it to majority, even though that's exactly what the bylaw says. So that was interesting.
Again, it's not my level, not my grade level.
But, Jim,
it's a pleasure meeting you.
Have a good one, sir.
We really never talk. I tried to get you to vote for me one time.
Yeah, well,
I couldn't get your vote.
Yep, and that's okay.
Bill, good to see you. Yes, sir.
I'm guessing there are two graduates I'd work with. And tonight was the first night in 4 years.
Excuse me?
I love
Oh, yeah. This guy. Yes, 22nd. We're going to talk about that.
Article 3, Section 2.
You get it on tape?
Good job, June.
You ready on?
Good to see you.
So I just have to ask you a question.
Okay, heterosexual. I've been that way since I was, technically I could be a lesbian, but I'm not sure.
So Article 2, Section 3 says you need 2/3 of the executive
Depends on
committee.
what part of it you're reading. This is for the state party.
So for the vacancy of chairman, vice chairman, and state EC, you need 2/3 of the ECs to actually.
Did you
have
read the
quorum.
first paragraph?
That is the first paragraph.
No. Majority, that's what it says.
So why would the next paragraph say 2/3?
Well, I'm not a lawyer, dude.
I'm just saying that wouldn't contradict its own article. That wouldn't make any sense.
Misreading. The first paragraph talks about if both of them are vacant at the same time.
Yes.
This next paragraph talks about, it says the chairman, the vice chairman, or the state executive needs it. So that's telling me that you need any one of those three.
Yeah.
Any one of three, not all three.
But shouldn't that be called by the chairman, considering Roger Schlegel is still the chairman?
Correct.
What do you mean?
Well, he rescinded his resignation, did he not?
I rescind it. If I resign, you're my boss, and I say, I quit. And then the next day I say, no, I didn't mean it, I want to go. Then it's an allergy.
It's a false allergy.
It isn't. It's not. You have to have it, once you have the resignation has been accepted, you rescind. The person that you have resigned to now has the option of accepting your rescission or not. You just had to say, I quit today, I come back tomorrow, I quit today, I come back tomorrow.
But it wasn't accepted by Drew McKissick.
It was.
Not back to him.
It was it. On September 15th, he was emailed, September 15th, recognized that he acknowledged that the whole bunch
He recognized it because it wasn't Roger Schlegel.
Roger Schlegel got an email.
Good, how you doing? Dave Grant.
All right, you too. Ready?
So they just figure out what rules to follow, and they're not a lawyer. Yes, sir.
I thought it'd be nice if we actually met.
Yes, sir.
Tom Harris.
Well, I met you last Monday. I was at the meeting last Monday too.
Okay, so I just forgot that. I apologize. I hope we can communicate now peacefully. Is that possible?
I'm more than happy to communicate. My former mentor told me to stand up for what's right and stand up for the right thing for people of Horry County, and obviously this meeting wasn't it. They just choose which bylaws to follow.
This meeting wasn't it? I don't know what you mean.
This meeting wasn't the right thing for Horry County.
I see.
Two-thirds. They need 2/3 quorum, and they had 47, which I believe is 55. That's 2/3.
That plus one, yeah, so 55.
So in other words, are you telling me this is just the beginning of a new phase of a war? Or we got two parties?
You don't need to put words in
The
your mouth.
conservatives
I'm not
and
putting
what
words
was in this room tonight.
But
what?
The conservatives and what was in this room tonight.
It's obvious that the people
I'm
here
more
have their own
conservative
agenda.
than you ever
I
dreamt of.
sincerely doubt it.
Oh, you're sure.
But
Okay. Anyway, I tried to be
obvious
nice.
that-
I wanted to say hello.
It's just obvious
Nice.
people here have their own agenda, but have a good one, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, no. Which one? I have no clue. You gotta love it.
Well, at least you got it.
Oh yeah, we got it. Thank you so much. He had that coming to him, and I appreciate your work. You should have seen his face. You should have seen his face at the podium reading his search papers. That was the best. That was the best look I've seen all day. Do you need me to walk you out to your car?
Yeah.
I'd be more than happy to.
Because you know what? Because when I was coming in, because I was talking to those two people who were sitting right here, And I was talking to them outside, and then these other people walking out, and this one woman goes, "Oh, there she is, there she is," and this guy goes, "Oh, her."
I'll be more than happy. I'm going to walk the server to her car, and we are going to end the live stream. I'm just keeping it up in case something happens. I'm good, sir. Thank you. Oh, no, they hate having a young person that's right. That's all it is. But everybody, show up, stand up, November 7th. Thank you, and good night.